Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com. On today's Duel Review, being Elmo. I'm RJ.
And I am Mojo Jojo. And there is no one else like Mojo Jojo other than Mojo Jojo because Mojo Jojo is the best.
Banana. Let's get to it. Today is March 14th, and we're going to be taking a look at Being Elmo, the documentary.
That's right. I saw this on Netflix, and I was like, hey, this looks interesting. So I turned it on, and I started watching, and I really liked this documentary. I thought it was great. It follows the story of Kevin Clash, who is the voice behind Elmo, and basically he's been building puppets since he was 10, I believe, and his whole life goal was to be on Sesame Street, and it really follows his coming to his dream, becoming the man that he always wanted to be, which was interesting.
Yeah, and, meeting, like Kermit, not the frog.
Kermit Love, the master puppeteer in the Jim Henson Project.
And Jim Henson himself and all that stuff. So we really get to see him, realize his dreams, his goals, reach his goals. I
wouldn't let the title fool you, though. I mean, yes, Elmo has a big part of it in it, but Elmo doesn't really show up until, halfway or three-quarters of the way through the entire film.
Well, it's just another character that he created, and that character just happened to stick.
And technically, he didn't really... Well, I mean, I guess he created the persona.
Right. They were having problems with Elmo, and he came up with a new approach to him, and that's what took off.
When Elmo first came out, he was still, he was the red fuzzy thing, but he was voiced by, he was puppeted by...
He was kind of a dick.
Puppeteered, but he was kind of a dick.
And he had a kind of a gruff voice, honestly.
Yeah, he definitely sounded like he was from New York. But the puppeteer in charge at the time was like, I can't do anything with this puppet. You do something, and gave it to Kevin.
We're really jumping the gun, though, because, it started off with Kevin just being, a young kid who was really interested in making puppets. Actually, he wasn't that young. He was old enough, like teens or whatever, where he got made fun of it. Doing it.
Well, again, he started making puppets at 10.
And he did it out of his mother's coat.
Yeah, he cut up his mother's coat, and
he just thought, wow, that'd make a great puppet. He didn't think past that, and so he was all afraid that his parents would beat him or something.
Right.
But they didn't.
No, they were like, what's this one's name?
They were like, awesome, yeah.
Yeah. They supported him, and that was really cool of them.
So a lot of us, especially from our generation, have this soft spot for the Muppets and for Jim Henson stuff.
Yes.
So this really does kind of fit in there. And I never wanted to be a puppeteer or anything like that, but I still, I felt invested in this. Seeing him realize his goal. Plus he's a black man who grew up in a poor part of town. You know what I mean? There's a lot more to overcome too. Mm-hmm. It was just really entertaining. He's like, you'll probably get emotional, and it's like, I will not. And I almost did. My wife cried, of course.
Yeah. Honestly, men don't cry. We don't. They say real men cry. We don't. I stubbed my toe while watching this film, and I just kind of watered up a little bit because my foot hurt. So.
Yeah, because he was walking around while I was watching it.
Yeah, well, because I carry my TV around with me, and it hurt a lot. So.
But yeah, it's definitely one. He's like, oh, you should watch this, and I was like, we have to review this. It is good. It's really good.
It is amazing.
It's on Netflix right now.
Yes, please watch it. I can't say more good things about it.
Any interest in the Muppets,
No, not even. I think even if you don't know what the Muppets are or don't even care,
I think it definitely helps to have.
Yeah, that's true.
There are a lot of people who just think Muppets are stupid. Like, my parents wouldn't give a crap about this movie.
I don't know, man. This movie was great, and it might even change some minds. Okay,
I didn't like it that much. I didn't think it was a mind changer, but it's very enjoyable. And
it's narrated by Whoopi Goldberg, although I don't remember her doing a lot of narrating. I think mostly Kevin Clash talked.
Yeah, mostly, but she's definitely a present in there.
Right. So Kevin Clash, let's talk about his early career real quick. He did puppets, and he got made fun of a lot for it. Got beat up and stuff. And then he ended up on Channel 2, right?
Yeah, just
doing his puppets on a TV
local channel.
And then Captain Kangaroo the people behind Captain Kangaroo found out, and they offered him a job, so he went to go work for Captain Kangaroo.
But actually, it warrants mentioning that first TV show really got him from from nerdy to cool, right? I mean,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
people,
oh, yeah.
People were like,
Yeah.
wow, will you sign? Will you post some pictures or
Suddenly,
whatever?
instead of getting beat up, he was the most
Right.
likely to become a billionaire, I think he said.
Right.
So that's pretty funny. So he went to Captain Kangaroo, and in addition to Captain Kangaroo, I think he was still doing Channel 2. And during that time, Jim Henson approached him to do The Dark Crystal, I believe, right?
Right.
But because he had 2 shows, he had to turn him down. Meanwhile, oh, by the way, he's still working with Kermit Love to perfect his craft to become a puppeteer.
He was like learning
puppets.
the Henson stitch, where it's like a reverse stitch that's whatever in the
hidden
felt that you can't really see.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So he turned down Dark Crystal, and he's like, it's funny to, he's like, am I crazy? What am I doing? But he really didn't want to cancel those shows. But then, lo and behold, they got canceled like shortly after Captain Kangaroo and this other show. So he found himself without really work. But thankfully, Jim Henson was doing The Labyrinth and asked him once again, which I think really speaks to Jim Henson's benefit.
Yeah.
He must have been an amazing man, because a lot of people would be like, you're not going to do what I ask you to? Well, screw you. I'm never going to hire you again. But
Jim Henson saw talent, and he kept on going with it. And plus, I'm sure Kermit Love just kept on giving him a lot of praise. So I mean, he knew the right people to help him out, and
that's another thing. Kevin, I identify with him because I'm the same way. I'm not really into the going out and hobnobbing and whatever. He was a very quiet guy.
Right. Very shy, and actually Kevin Love did a lot. Kermit Love
did a lot to promote him and get him the work.
Right.
And I'm kind of the same way. I don't like selling myself, so that made me identify with him.
And that's why I'm here.
And that's pretty awesome. He did a great job with the documentary. The director, whoever it was, and Kevin, and all those involved did a really good job. They have a little bit of footage from like his first meeting with Kermit.
Yeah. And, what I liked was when they. I thought it was really good how they did. They took pictures of Jim Henson and Kermit Love and kind of put together like a faux possibility of how they met or how they were standing in a certain spot, and because otherwise they could have just shown pictures, but it was so much cooler that way.
Yeah,
I thought that was good.
And they show you a little bit of the inner workings, how to do a puppet. He shows his how to get emotion, and I love that thing where he does Elmo, where he's like, I realized that if I put my hand a certain way, his eyes would do something
it's
weird.
like puppy dog eyes.
And so he'd do like different emotions just by moving his hand and getting the eyes to sink down, or one would go lopsided or whatever. Right. That was a lot of fun. So there is some inner working stuff that makes it really fun.
Right.
But I think the most is the human interest of him attaining his goal and him working with the obstacles and getting the breaks that he got.
Basically, he went from cutting up his mother's coat for puppets to what has he done? He's done Labyrinth. He's done Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 and 2. He does a lot. He writes a lot of stories in Sesame Street or episodes or whatever. He's Elmo. He's Elmo, which got a lot of praise. He's the lead puppeteer.
That's also something that endears him. Also, is that he does a lot of a lot of last wishes are I want to meet Elmo.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most emotional parts was a lot of kids who were terminal. Thank you. They one of their wishes was to speak to Elmo, and he comes over and does it. Yeah, that was very.
And it is kind of interesting though, because I always wondered about that, because obviously the kid's going to see that this dude is with his hand in the puppet, so it kind of takes some of the mystique away. And I think I might be able to kind of see that, because a lot of kids don't say anything, but then they definitely, once he starts hugging them and stuff, they definitely warm up, and it's really a sweet moment when that happens. So. Yeah, it's a great deck.
Yeah, it is. So, I loved every second of it.
It's not very long either.
No,
just like 2 hours, but it feels kind of like longer, which is a good thing. I mean,
I just sat through the whole thing. To me, it was half an hour of greatness.
It was just perfect, I guess, because it wasn't like, hurry up, this is taking too long, and it wasn't like, oh, I wish there was so much more of that. It was just kind of a nice, complete package. So
yeah.
Great. Was there anything else we need to say? I think that's it. You should go check it out.
I think the only other thing I wanted to say was, since RJ and I are starting a business, I would like to run our business much to
of Henson's.
Yeah, of Henson's style. Where it's like everyone's kind of trained in house. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of understanding and just
leniency and camaraderie and all that stuff. Yeah, it really should be not about the almighty dollar, but about the people first.
Yeah.
and then the creation second, and then then the money. Sort of thing.
So yes, this documentary was very endearing.
Lots of good stuff.
Yeah.
If you don't like documentaries, watch it anyway. You might start liking it.
It was good. It was great. I liked it.
All right. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Tell us what you think.
If you're going to Emerald City Comic Con, please let us know. It's coming up. Can't wait. And when you get to Emerald City Comic Con, buy his card game. Thank you. And when you get there, say hi. Say, hey, we watch your show, and we'll probably give you something.
Probably. All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Damn, you're quick.
That's like almost right in the middle, too.
Yeah, that was good. Nice shot.
Between you and me. Oh, thankfully I have my own space now.
Right between the eye.
Hmm.
Singular. Like.
Oh no, I'm getting sucked into the hole.
That looks so good. That was great.
You should have done it too, but then we would have like clunked heads. Yeah. And then they get footage of us just knock
Good stuff.
Next time we take a look at Darker Than Black.
Banana. Banana.
Are you doing a banana joke?
No. Oh, right before I came up, I needed some breakfast, so I went to the store and I got 2 bananas and I ate one.
What joke are you gonna do?
Mojo Jojo.
You can do something with a banana, can't you?
Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Do, 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 do. I'm eating.
I'm saying before you open, you should think of something funny to do with it since you've got a prop already. We need to come up with a stupid.
The banana's a prop?
Yeah. Do lots of things with bananas.
You can do lots of things with bananas. I'm sorry. Let me just finish my banana. Banana.
I'm surprised you haven't wanted to do psych yet.
We could totally do psych, but you were like, I hate psych. It's stupid.
I didn't say it was stupid. I said I liked it. It's just not good enough for me to want to watch it. With all the other stuff.
I don't like psych.
It's good. It is good, but it has that little like when he's driving up to a new place or something. Kind of Seinfeld-y, like.
I don't remember.
I forget what they call it, like bumpers. Just music bumpers. It's irritating. On today's Duel review, banana. Welcome to today's Duel review. It is March the 14th, and we're going to be taking a look at a documentary that Nick found called Being Elmo.
Right, and before we do, I would like to point out that we tend to do documentaries on focal points and not on actual like movies. Is that like subconscious? Because I think that this is a solid movie.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, a lot of people don't really go for the documentary stuff, and that's a real shame. And documentaries are just kind of, you know, or our focal points are just kind of whatever. And we have so many movies that we can recommend, so it's not.
Yeah, but
I don't think it's a commentary. Come on.
I was just wondering if we were being hypocritical for some reason.
Posing a question that doesn't really need answering.
Let's go. Anyway, Being Elmo.
Let's start over. That was just
I wanted to bring it up.
It was awkward. Awkward.
You don't think it's an important question?
No.
Because we could be subconsciously hypocritical.
Hypocritical?
Yes.
Because we make documentaries and sell them as movies?
What?
That doesn't make any sense.
No, because we
would only be hypocritical if we thought, you know.
What I'm saying is we're not treating Being Elmo like an actual movie. We're treating it like a...
It's not an actual movie. Was it released in theaters?
It was one Sundance Festival thing.
Right.
Shut up.